Valiant Escort, put target true, put on target true. Okay. So basically this can save it from a removal spell. That's interesting. So we go wild on 1, you just get Stargazer online ASAP. Brown Fox Scout on top of the deck, that's unfortunate. You want him on top of the deck turn. Or when you have 2 resources, not when you have 3. And this is a 2/1. That's actually, card's actually pretty good. I guess we have Thunderfield, Elder, or Seer to trade with it at some point here. Game 2 drop 2. Frost Wizard. That's annoying. Do I want to play the Sapphire or do I want to play... Yeah, I'm going to play the Sapphire. I think I might try and trade Brown Fox Scout with this Frost Wizard. Of course, I could also just play... Yeah, I want to get cards in my discard pile, I think. So, yeah, I'm just going to skip here. And then when he attacks with these, I'm going to go ahead and play Brown Fox Scout. So it's unfortunate we had to draw this instead of just being able to play it off the top of the deck, but to eat this guy at least. Take 2 more, so this guy will get voided, I believe. Oh, okay, so that's different than how that would work in Magic. In Magic, my Brown Fox Scout would be exiled based on how his card works, but that's not how it works in this game, so that's fine. You know, Pride's Fall might actually not be very good. He might not have a ton of things that hits. I'm going to put Thunderfield Seer out here so we can block the Escort. And then we're going to go ahead and repel this Frost Wizard when he attacks. He's definitely the aggro deck in this matchup, I think. Stargazer's being a little awkward here because we're having to like spend all of our resources every turn. But I guess like worst case we can like loot Pride's Fall away with Stargazer here. We have been lucky enough to like have our first 3 shard dropped in hand, so that's pretty great. So if he ships with both of these here, we go Thunderfield Seer, block the 2/1, repel the Frost Wizard. Down a little bit on clock. This is the second game too, so we're not too worried about it. Sure. Just not gonna attack here. Well, we're going to take this opportunity to loot. Martyr. Martyr's not bad. I think I'm going to bin the... I'm going to bin the Windsinger, actually. We're pretty far off from casting that. We have a Brown Fox Scout on top of my deck, so we're going to play that at the ready step, so we're about to draw it. Let's get our free 3/2 out here. Shard? Hey, Shard's pretty good. I want to martyr this Frost Wizard so I can activate Wintermoon's ability. I suppose I could just Time Ripple it too. That doesn't seem awful. Time Ripple it, activate Wintermoon's ability. I don't want to give him enough power to attack through my idiots next turn, so yeah, so I'm just going to Time Ripple this, especially since he missed a shard drop. Put these 2 back into the deck. We've got like a fistful of removal here. Alright, hit a shard. Probably wants to get the Frost Wizard back online right away. I'd assume this takes 1 shard to be usable, so. You wouldn't be super surprised to see, like, what does that do? Opposing champions can't use charge power. Sure. You have a hate pair. Brown Fox Scout will block. Hey, look, there's that time ripple already. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and time ripple this guy. Let me draw a card, and then these two cards are going to get put back into our deck with our charge power, since we can use that again. I'm going to loot with Stargazer here because I'd like to find a Sapphire to play more than this. And hey, look at that, we hit a Sapphire. Bin the diamonds, play this out as a Sapphire. We don't have any double diamond thresholds because diamond's like our third splash, so double wild, double Sapphire is the most important thing to prioritize. And then, yeah, I'm just going to ship the turn back here because Thunderfield Seer is much better on defense. Don't want to attack and get 1 point to take 2. I have a general guide for like an introduction to Hex for Magic players. I don't have a guide for this specific deck that I'm playing right now because it's a new deck I'm working on. But this is like an overview to Hex and like how a couple of the things worked, what works differently and stuff like that. So you can check that out. If you play Magic, the learning curve is really pretty small. So Stargazer just doing infinite work in all of these games. Yeah, man, you got a Frost Wizard. I'm just gonna martyr this because I want to draw a card. Yeah, I mean, I like the game a lot. I would highly recommend checking it out. So discard pile here. I'm gonna start by looting. Then a wild shard. Play this out. It's actually irrelevant which ones they click, so we're not playing Peak anymore. I'm going to put Martyr and a Wild back in my deck, because why not? And just pass the turn here. So we're actually in a pretty good spot here. We're up resources on him. We've got a Stargazer on the table. He's only got 1 threat. Looks like my opponent disconnected. So we'll wait for him to reconnect. There's also, if you play, there's a PvE, like a campaign type mode that you can play through that has a pretty good intro in it. It's like playing, if you like play the first couple missions, they teach you like how the mechanics of the game work against some really simple opponents, computer opponents. If he attacks with this, I'm just gonna repel it. This card's not getting that much better. I like the regular sleeves. Someone sent me sleeves actually, and I like these regular ones. They're fine. He's got something expensive here. I can time ripple it. Soul Striker, sure. Okay. I'm gonna ripple this. So we're in a pretty good spot, I think. We need like an Oracle song to like really be in the game, but Stargazer just gives us a lot of, I'm gonna play this in case there's an action on top of our deck, it'll let us. Draw, discard. Hey, look, that Martyr's great. So we're gonna bin this Pride's Fall, and we're gonna cast this Martyr that draws 3 cards, because I've Winter Mooned it, and it's been prophesized twice. So it kills this guy, and then we draw a bunch of cards. I'm going to play this out. We got another Martyr for his next idiot. We've got this Shard of Fate that we just don't need, so we're going to loot it away with Stargazer next turn. Oracle Song feels a lot better than Peak. Something this deck was also lacking was an ability to like amass cards to discard with Stargazer, because like you don't really care about card quality when you have Stargazer. You just want like a pile of cards. So just like having a lot of cards in general is good when you have Stargazer. So the fact that we're getting 2 cards instead of getting a specific card with Peak, on top of the fact that shuffling with Peak is awkward, is big game. Okay, so let's Oracle Song here. Get some more choices before we choose what to loot with. That's pretty good. I almost want to draw a shard here so I can activate my champion ability. Alright, so we're actually just not... Brown Fox Scout, that's pretty good. We're actually just not going to do anything here. We're just going to attack for... We're just going to attack for 2. And the reason why I'm not doing anything is I want to hold this counter magic up. Maybe I actually just want to play this Shard of Fate out, get more resources. Nah, that can't be right. And if he doesn't have anything to do here, we just play this Brown Fox Scout at end step and then loot with Stargazer. Game feels pretty over. We've got pressure on the table and he doesn't. And we've got untapping with counter magic and just have a bunch of threats. I like this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's got legs for sure. Let's play this. Put the Martyr that draws a million cards back in my deck. And honestly, probably just want like all the Martyrs. It's like he's got 3 monuments now because we've martyred him so many times. So like any threat he draws is just like super nuts. So we just need to keep all of his threats off the table. Let's loot with this in case we find an Arcane Focus or an Oracle Song. We didn't. That's fine. So we'll ship for 5 here. The overlap is basically, I've only played a minimal amount of PvE. I played enough PvE to get a feel for the mechanics of the game, and then I picked up a PvP deck. Your cards for PvE are transferable to PvP, except for ones that have a special border in the top left. I almost want to just time ripple something meaningless, but that seems bad. Just because this draws 2 cards. I think the fact that if I didn't already have this counter magic in my hand, I think I'd burn the time ripple to draw some stuff, but it does guarantee we can prideful anything. Yep. And see, look, and the looting is sweet because it gets us to our Brown Fox Scout sooner. So we'll crash for 5 here, and then that puts him to 8 actually, and then this Brown Fox Scout means he's dead next turn. It's possible I should play this Howling Bluegrass. Yeah, I don't care about that. Soul Marble. Do I care about that? This card's kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna counter magic this. That one draws a card when we play it, and then we're gonna Pride's Fall his big idiot here. That's the game, I assume. Said GG's in chat. Yeah. Sweet. So I'm actually playing a 4-round tournament right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 matches still going. So this shouldn't be too long. There's not that many players. Only 51 players in this. I guess 51's a pretty good size. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and wait. Unfortunately, my current computer can't play Magic Online and Hex at the same time. Otherwise, I'd like stream Moto between rounds. I'm getting a new computer this weekend, actually, though, so I'm excited about that. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I saw Pikachu around in the background a little bit. Follows and subs are the 2 best ways to support the stream, so I appreciate that. Got about 50 people hanging out and watching. Playing some Coyotles and Constructor. This is another brew I've been working on. I 5-0'd a gauntlet with it earlier.